Yeah.
Hey,
Hello.
What's up, scumbags?
Hey, scumbags. Hope you're all doing great.
Cheers to you, scumbags.
Oh, yes. Cheers to all the slut pigs
yeah.
in the house.
Cheers to all the
Yes.
slut pigs.
Slut pigs unite.
Wow. Oh my God. I have our closed captions
What?
on today, and we are absolutely going to have to find new ones because it actually just translated as butt peg.
Boys dress like girls and girls dress like boys. I don't
Yeah.
get it.
Sorry,
drags.
drags.
Sorry, drags.
What
Sorry,
is
drags.
up, thick
Fucking gay
neck?
homos.
Oh my God. Oh, there. Sorry, that was
You don't act gay as fuck. Fucking gay homo.
gay as
Homos.
fuck. Oh, hi, all 8 of you, so early on into the stream. Hello,
Hi.
hello.
Hey, everyone.
What's everybody's?
Okay, can I go first with our sips this week?
Of course.
I'm really excited. So look at this cute, very medicated looking bottle
Oh
that I
my
have.
Oh,
God.
very serious.
This is a cherry sparkling THC infused water. I got it on Monday and I've been saving it all week. I've been dying to get my fucking little paws on it.
Oh my God,
yes.
can't wait for a review.
It's pink in color from what I can see, but that also might just be this shining onto it. Unsure, but my first sip. Oh, that's really nice.
No weedy taste?
No weed taste. Oh my God, I would never even know that there's THC in this.
I
So
love
hopefully I get a
that.
nice like semi-body high from this.
It's really good for your skin.
And then I have a peach Perrier on deck just in case, because I'm still not really over that fat tea that I reviewed. That was sick. Gross.
Cool. Sorry, I'm just fixing something up over here.
I have a smoothie with tropical
Ooh.
fruits and a coffee.
I was just drinking an iced coffee and was thinking of you. You get such a buzz so late in the day. I love it.
No. And then you get used to it. It's like I feel like now I always have to like drink coffee like before dinner. Only because we started doing this stream.
I'm an acquired taste. You don't like me?
Oh,
Acquire some
thanks for
taste.
subscribing, Aaron.
Yes, Aaron.
Love it.
That's,
Oh, am I out of subscription here?
did your Ghost Bong 420 subscription run out?
Oh no, I don't think. Oh no, but it ends November 18th.
Oh, yes. Also, if Ghost Bong is watching, I know that they're up at a cottage right now, and they let me know that last night they did a bunch of acid and stayed up till 3 in the morning watching Real Housewives of Vancouver.
Oh, what a combo. What an experience.
Oh, she's like, we have a lot to unpack when I get back.
There is something to be said about watching Vancouver when you're like really inebriated.
Boys dress like
off
girls
of
and girls dress like
something.
boys. I don't get it. Sorry, drags.
Hey, Bombay.
Yeah.
Hi,
Bombay came here just
hey.
to redeem that.
Yep. Sorry,
Gay
drags.
fucking homo.
Okay, I am sipping out of my Bluestone Manor mug
Oh.
to go with my all blue outfit today. And I have decided to uncancel Collective Arts because Chris told me to. And so I'm back to having the rhubarb and hibiscus gin, and I'm having it with a bit of Perrier.
Hibiscus.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh,
Does your
I am
Perrier have a
also
flavor?
partaking in Collective Arts breweries. I'm having a grapefruit and elderflower India Pale Ale with Azaka and El Dorado hops. It's a very chic can, and it actually like tastes super good.
Thickneck, we canceled Collective Arts because they didn't give us money yet.
And they were late with the delivery.
And they were
Oh,
late with
right.
Chris's delivery.
Oh, you know
That's
what?
why
Actually, they weren't late because they don't deliver on Sundays. So I canceled them for no reason.
Holla.
All right.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling though. waiting for some shit that's like, and then you're like, oh, it wasn't even coming today. Fuck.
Yeah. They're like, we deliver every day except Sunday. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you're like TikTok bitches.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Oh my
Glad I read
God.
that way later.
Well, I also had collective arts last week at some point.
Ooh.
Oh my
They're cool
goodness.
cans.
Was it
So
your first
shout out to y'all.
foray into it?
Yeah, and I feel like I got the same kind of beer, but it had like 2 different cans. And I was like, oh, okay.
Chris
The
and
design
I,
was
I mean,
different.
This stream is keeping them in business, right?
yeah,
So-
I think we drank about 500 cans of drink from them on our election night.
Oh my God, yeah.
Which was great, by the way. I don't know. I know a lot. We actually had a sip and see moment there. So
Oh, I was
Shout
thinking
out-
of Carol. I
shout
was
out
thinking
to
of Carol.
everyone. Shout out to everyone who was there.
Yes.
Oh my God, is that your Axiom jacket?
This is my Axiom ladies wear jacket.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. And it's got the
It's got
tag
a
on, just like
tag!
Tatiana.
Just like
This is
Lady
a very
Sonia Morgan.
This is a very Joanne the Scammer look, isn't it?
It's very
just-
Axiom as well.
It's fresh off the racks at Axiom.
He just likes to remember all the sales he got on it, all the markdowns. That's all.
Oh,
That's why
yeah.
he keeps the tag on.
Tatiana's impact, showing up to your date with your fake fur with tag still glaring.
It was on sale too.
Oh my
This
God.
was $40, guys.
It's a steal.
Now,
really.
is that good or bad? That
I think
seems
that's
cheap.
incredible.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's
okay.
couture.
It's a stunning neon ocelot fur coat. Like, what else could you want as a life?
True.
Okay. The blue hat was on long enough. I can't take it anymore.
It's hot today.
Aaron, the jacket is very you. The neon, like cheetah patches.
Oh,
are
yeah.
V Little Miss.
This would match your hair perfectly.
Yeah.
There. This is better. Okay, well, we have some news this week.
What is it?
It's very exciting news. I'm just going to take us over to this screen.
Is it breaking news? Oh, right.
It is breaking news. It's breaking news. Now, as we all know, we've all been trying to get Joe Giudice to reply about his tattoo.
Oh my
And
God.
these were our options of what we thought it was. Master, Aphex Twin logo, or a wine cork opener. And this week at 3 a.m., I woke up. Where is it? Oh no, where'd you go? There we
It's
go.
at the top of the screen.
Woke up to that.
Oh, there we go.
So I said, I had been bugging him, and I said, can you tell us what it is? And I sent him the picture. And then I said, hey, Joe, we're wondering if this is a wine bottle opener. And he wrote back, no, old tattoo when I got my black belt. And I said, oh, amazing. Is it a symbol then? Thanks so much for your time. And I never got a word back after that. But I think, I mean, I looked up some really bad
must mean
kanji from
master.
master, and I think it could
It's
be.
definitely that.
Excuse me.
So,
It's definitely some sort of skewed, probably some like, when getting like a Chinese character tattooed on you was like super peak, and he was like, I want this one that's called Master, but then they like did it and they're like, but just add a little flair to it. It looks a
yeah,
little
he's
boring.
like, this top
you
of
know?
it makes it look fucking gay.
Yeah, it looks like fucking Gaylord did it.
Gay fucking homo.
I think that it
Fucking
is
gay
also
homo.
maybe a definition of.
You know what POC stands for? Piece of like you. Like who you are. Home record every day.
Every
Yeah.
day.
I think it's the kanji for that.
Mm.
Also, shout out to Thick Neck Baby, who I think might be watching this from their new home that they purchased in Hamilton. Congratulations.
Ooh, lovely.
Love that. Congrats.
Yes.
Oh, enjoy the space.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in a hallway myself. I know it looks like I'm at Lunello, but I'm actually in a hallway. There's a washer and dryer behind me here. And there's a
Yeah, you look
bathroom.
very cozy between Caroline and Chris right there.
Yeah.
So So I've put up a little light up marquee board on the screen.
What's gonna happen?
Do you want to play a game? Is it game time?
Oh,
Yeah.
I like to have fun, but I don't play games.
Oh,
but I want to play this one.
Thick Neck says not yet till not yet, end of November. And
Oh.
then
Oh, I take it back. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I rescind my previous congratulations.
Also, though, before we move on from this, I noticed in that video that Thick Neck had matching socks on. So I just want to give them a shout out because
Oh yeah.
that's really awesome. We love to see that.
Yeah, we stand matching socks in this house.
We do.
Yeah, anybody who wears mismatched socks needs to like get the treatment they so desperately deserve. Will you seek treatment today? If you don't wear matching socks, our relationships will change in the following ways.
Oh my god. Okay, well, I have some games. As I said last week, it was
and music.
and music.
Yeah, this is hot.
As I said last week, my game is also a taglines game. So mine is that I've taken some very popular taglines and then I've put them into long form annoying English, and you have to tell me what tagline it is.
This is a move inspired by Bombay. What is the
She already had hers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, if Bombay is here, that's how I knew I was truly stupid when I could not figure that out for the life of me. When Bombay asked, I'm like, oh fuck.
What do you have a minor in?
I do have a minor in English, but like I phoned that in, mama.
You have 4 degrees.
I have
Oh my
I have
God.
I have 2.5 degrees.
Dr. Housewives orders. Doctor of orders. Yeah, so I hope this isn't too hard. I only made 10 of them in case it is annoying and takes forever and it's not funny. Who knows? But yeah, they're all pretty popular ones, so there's no curveballs in these. So here
I'm
we go.
looking
First
forward
one.
to this.
Yeah, that's silly.
Excuse me.
Oh wow.
An independent income is enjoyable and makes my sexual organs engorged.
Okay, I think I know who this is.
Oh, fuck.
Can I guess?
Okay.
Yeah, you can guess.
Okay, it's Ramona. I want to say
Yeah.
like season 1 or 2. I make my own money and I find that to be an aphrodisiac.
Let's see if that's right. Ding 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 ding.
Yes, mama.
Engorged.
Engorged.
All I pictured was like someone pumping their pussy, like when they put those
On
like
a handstand?
those pussy pumps on, and then they get like gigantic labias.
What's that? Who's that
Mary
person
Magdalene.
on Instagram with the massive-
Mary Magdalene.
Is that it?
She is the world's largest vagina.
She really does. It's
Yeah,
so
like
fat.
there's several milliliters of injectables within each of those majora.
Each of them. They're majora.
Major majora.
All right, next one's up.
There are communications circulating at ground level regarding my person being the subject of regular communication.
The fuck?
The word on the street is that I'm still the word on the street.
And ding 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 ding.
Chris, shit, you're good.
Liz, do you mind reading them? Because like I feel like I can't see them.
Oh,
They're too
yes.
slow.
I will read them.
Is I'm still word on the street. I miss her saying that.
Yeah,
it
there's
wasn't
been,
good. She hasn't had any good ones. None of hers are good.
Oh, I liked that. Word on the street is I'm the word on the street. How she carried on for 3 seasons. I wish she carried it on for 5.
yeah, it
I
just
mean,
kept going.
if you have to like pick it out of all of her taglines, I guess that's probably the best one. But it's like it's all about her fucking gossiping.
Yeah. Sharice's "If I Don't Know You, Then You're Not Worth Knowing" is still my favorite.
Yeah.
That is really good, though.
So bitchy.
Yeah.
Okay, question 3. My mysterious nature makes me an improbable yet financially sustained puzzle.
Oh, is it an Erica Jane?
Yeah.
I'm an enigma
Yeah.
wrapped in something in cash.
A riddle.
Yeah.
Wrapped in a riddle. In cash.
Let's pull it up. I'm an enigma wrapped in a riddle wrapped in cash is correct.
Okay, now does that sentence make sense? Like, does anyone know what that really means?
It's like a sushi roll of like a question and then a riddle and then hypothetical cash surrounding the outside. It's a visual metaphor, I suppose.
I think it's just rich sex. $1 million
sex.
pussy. I think it's $1 million pussy is the answer.
Pussy.
Literally,
Yeah.
the barb in me says, "Say no more." I'm following. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay, and then the second question I have about this: do you think Gaga's whole like enigma vibe came from this,
Considering
or am
she
I giving EJ too much impact?
I feel like considering she stole off Countess Luann, she really had her eyes on Wives. She was on
Okay,
Wives
again,
watch.
say no more.
Yeah.
I mean, if she
totally.
had the whole cast of Beverly Hills in her music video, so
Yes. She's
all
no
right.
She
stranger
stands.
to the Wives.
Andy was God, so
Love that
Okay, we're on our 4th tagline. Here it is. My messaging is never deceitful, and I am mindful to maintain a pleasant atmosphere.
Is that I never lie and I don't play games?
Nope.
No.
Incorrect.
That's not even a tagline.
my messaging is never something about not lying, but being friendly about it.
Yeah.
Not lying,
So,
but being.
I'm
friendly
like,
about
what?
it.
Is there like a riddle line that I'm thinking of? Like, no, that's like it's only something about it's only true when it comes from my lips.
Yeah, you're in the wrong franchise. You're on the wrong coast.
I'm on the wrong coast. Oh, this is never deceitful.
I feel like it could be like someone like Shannon or Tamra who like has like some throwaway taglines we can't even think of.
Well, this is a fairly popular one, fairly easy to
Rely on.
yeah. So I'm not sure.
Is this one, do we want the answer?
Yeah, I'm stumped.
This one is Dorinda. I tell it like it is, but I always make it nice.
Duh.
Obviously.
I already know I'm gonna miss Dorinda.
Have you?
Me too.
Has anyone been on her Instagram lately? It's very 420 friendly. Like,
Oh shit.
Oh, really?
like it's a trip. Whoever is running her account is doing a great job. Like they're definitely drinking a lot of these THC infused sparkling waters and getting to work.
Yeah, now it's like what Yogurt says. If she's drinking lots of those, maybe she can maintain a pleasant atmosphere going forward. Because it sure was poisonous at the end there.
Her posts about the election were wild.
Yeah, they really go in. Okay, 5th one. A poor attitude is questionable when your prospects are excellent.
Why be so nasty and so rude when you can be so successful?
Yes! Ding 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 ding.
Holy shit, Chris, you're good.
Wow, that was a fast one too. As soon as I read it, I was like, ooh, this one seems vague. I'm scared I didn't like give enough here.
I'm on it.
Is Mimi
Fired.
gone? Yes,
Fired.
gone. So that's 2 now.
Fired.
That's 2 taglines.
Oh my god, did you guys not see the Atlanta trailer?
No.
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, yeah, that came out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know that I have, or maybe I just forget. Shame.
Yeah, no Nini this year, which I'm not mad about.
Is
No,
we
there
haven't even
anybody
talked about
new?
how crazy she's become in like the intro. Like she's been like popping off in her own realm.
Yeah,
of
she's like,
insanity.
she's like in a hotel lobby, just like popping off on like her YouTube channel.
It must
have
be
a
surreal
YouTube
to go
channel?
from reality star like that
Unhinged.
and then into like no attention whatsoever. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah, you would just totally be reliant on your fans' attention at some point. Shoot, which one was that? Yep, question 5. All right, question 6. Those without a calm and collected nature are excluded from the company of someone with my title.
If you can't be cool, you can't be with the
Be
countess.
with the countess.
Ding, 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 ding.
It sounded like Lou. I wasn't too far off. Jesus Christ.
It is something Lou would say.
Do we think
Hey,
Lou voted?
Ivory.
Hey, Ivory.
Ivory,
You too.
hiya. Do we think that the Countess voted blue or red?
She's been like putting up posts saying like "Go Joe Biden," like feeling Joe Biden. Like
Oh,
she's
I
definite-
saw feeling Joe
she's
Biden.
The
Feeling
blue.
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And
I
did you
want-
guys see that Leah posted about like voting independently?
Of
She voted for
course.
Kanye.
Yeah.
She had like a pink. She had like a pink hat on, and she's like red, white, and all the colors in between, or something. I was just like, oh, okay.
Jesus.
Oh my
News.
God, girl.
I think that's a different discussion. I can't really say anything because I don't care about U.S. politics in that sense. Like, vote who you want to vote for, but
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Liz and I were live streaming for 5
yeah,
and a
you
half
guys are the
hours,
experts, not I.
and we are the experts.
Yeah,
So
that-
I'll give you that nugget, and you tell me.
We're political pundits now.
we're the Dr. Wendy's of the stream, all right?
Mm.
Oh, do you have 4 degrees between both of you? 8 degrees?
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
wield it over us?
Yes.
Fucking
Yeah.
Yes,
authoritative
exactly.
with us now.
Lording my degrees over you all the time.
You should
Well,
be
you know what,
uplifting
baby?
this.
I have something called common sense.
Only 2% of streamers have 4 degrees, especially doctorate. So I would expect other streamers to uplift us, but
Yeah.
no, that's you.
So now check that.
All right, question 7. While my stature is demure, I am the supreme authority over an ever-expanding group of states.
I may be small.
Smile.
I don't even know the rest.
But my empire
right.
keeps growing.
Keeps on
Oh,
growing.
And I
yeah.
did phoneticize our I may be small. It's there.
Do we have
so-
whoa on the sound? Yeah. Again. Hit me again. Oh, it's like music to my ears, literally.
No, this is music to our ears. The Dolby fucking
It's
sound
the THS. I
every
can't
time.
yell it.
Atlanta is great with sound effects. They really know what to do.
Oh my god, I forget what this is. I forget the answer to this one. So if somebody gets it, great. A group salutation to our common quality of authenticity. Oh, I know what it is. I remember.
Salutation to our common quality of authenticity. A group salutation.
Something real.
Something about being we're real. We salute you.
All I can think of is I'm not a housewife, but I am real, but that doesn't really apply.
No, it's not that one.
Is this like a deep cut, like first season of something? It feels so short.
Deep cuts.
Like
No,
I don't
I-
want to get old.
Ah, it is like that one. Yeah, it's like that, but we give up.
Yeah, I give
Yeah.
up.
Here's to not being fake.
Who said that?
Vicky?
Oh, okay.
What season?
I don't remember now. I should have put that in there. I wasn't thinking. Question 9. It should be apparent at first glance that I require significantly more care than the average person.
So I look expensive. It takes a lot to look this good.
Is it like
It's
cycling?
expensive.
I feel
It's
like it's like
expensive to be
Dorit's.
me.
Oh, I
Dorit?
really need somebody to get this one.
Can you say it again?
It should be
Can you not
apparent
see?
at
Are you
first.
not watching the chat, girl?
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 Mine says mine's still on candies. It's like
Oh my
hella
God.
delayed.
Oh my God, girl.
Get
We
It
it
should
gotta,
be
Yes.
apparent at first glance that I require significantly more care than the average person. Ooh.
I may look expensive,
But I'm a cheap slut.
but and you're right.
Hit me.
People think I'm too much, and they're absolutely right.
Nope. This would be a great Tinder bio. Do we give up?
Yeah.
I'm sad that we give up on this one.
I'm sad.
Am I high maintenance? Of course I am. Look at me.
Oh my God, Alexis?
Yes.
I love that tagline.
I know, that's why I put it in for you. I
Of
wanted
course I am. Look at me.
Her taglines are so good, honestly.
Delivers.
Yeah, every
Even one where it's
time.
like, God loves me or something. I'm like, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Girl, get it.
And my body, it's sinful.
Oh. We need that tagline as a soundbite.
Oh, say
Oh,
no
yeah.
more. I can give that to you in no time. Do you want me to email you
3
it right now?
shakes? Yes. Okay, we're on our last question. Number 10. This one's easy. My home is shared with a group of athletes who are unable to find an effective play against me.
I may live in a house full of
Yeah.
ballers, but
Ballers.
no one can play me or something.
I never get
Yeah,
played.
But I
Yeah.
never get
Never
played
get played.
exactly. Yay!
And technically, you live in a townhouse, babe. So
And like, are her kids ballers?
to
They've got
her,
more money than Casita Lady, so.
No, that's true. I have more money than Casita Lady for sure.
and according to my poll this week, so does baby Brooklyn Daily.
Yes, I
Oh
saw
yeah,
that.
I think
By 96% of the vote was for Brooklyn.
I think
Ouch.
everybody voted that.
A couple people messaged me. They're like, "Is this supposed to be funny or is this for real?" I'm like, "It's a joke, but Brooklyn
It's
has
both.
money."
Funny
Yeah.
and real.
Yeah.
Well,
Brooklyn's gonna inherit the whole Kenya Moore hair care THX Dolby sound system that comes along with the marching band.
Yes.
well, thanks for playing my game. Trust and believe I will be resurrecting that one again at some point.
That was good.
So is it my game next week?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, love
Tis.
that. I have an idea already, so I'll get busy.
Great.
Busy.
Biffy.
Well, very fun. I guess it's time.
I'm bored. I'm asleep. I'm bored watching you spin around. I'm leopard. I'm asleep. Leopard, chia pet.
I'm asleep.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say that this THC infused sparkling water is really making me feel some type of way, but I'm gonna go hit my pipe. You guys enjoy talking about poor people.
So for anybody who doesn't know, when we
With
play,
rented homes.
when we play this
I'm
sound,
bored. I'm bored watching you spin around. Come on, leopard. I'm asleep. Leopard, chia pet.
It's when Kyle excuses himself from the conversation because he's mad at OC, which I'll be honest, I'm loving.
Chris, when you got up, I thought you were leaving too. I was like, "You're leaving?"
I know. I was like,
No,
my goodness.
I know that like my ocelot, like my neon ocelot looks really real and authentic, and I did only pay $40 for it, but it is 100% synthetic, and that does not breathe.
She was burning up.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first half of this episode is we're still at this godforsaken like lemon party that Shannon's having. Okay, so from last week, remember Bronwyn like freaked out and she like threw her drink in the pool and stuff. So we're starting like pretty much exactly there. So Bronwyn freaks out. She runs up the party. Sean starts yelling at Gina. Bronwyn's now crying outside. And like Shannon's been pimping out her boyfriend's kids to like do this like more for, whatever, real for real. I almost said more for more. To do her like, so she has them all dressed up in like lemon leggings and like lemon shirts. It's like everything's like lemon. So Bronwyn's like literally out front crying. She sees this her boyfriend's kid and she says, "Hey, lemonade boy, could you go get my husband?" So he's like,
okay.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh shit, okay." So then he goes and he gets the husband, right? So Bronwyn has like been yelling at Gina this whole time. Gina says she doesn't like Sean yelling at her with her like domestic violence thing. From the looks of it, he was shorter than Gina and Emily, so I don't like agree with him standing over her yelling. I was like, bit of a stretch, but you know, moving on.
Wait, can I interrupt for a second?
Yeah.
Remember when Kelly walked up to the two of them later? I think she's calling. Wasn't she calling him as well a short little dork or something?
Yeah, she like uses some like pally name with them.
Yes, now this has become a pally name with the short husbands, that they're little short little fucking jerks or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'd like to put a pause in here just in this for 1 second, because Yogurt's just asked about Lemon Party video, and I wrote in lemonparty.org and it blurted out. It censored it. It knows that lemonparty.org
knows you shouldn't be talking about that kind of naughtiness.
So Twitch is kinky, is what you're saying. It's Watch Lemon Party, and it wants it all for itself.
And when I posted, I posted a story for anybody that doesn't follow me on Instagram, and I said which viral image was better, and it was either Tub Girl or Lemon Party. I posted both of the pictures, but I put like the vote thing like over like the majority of the image, and I guess that like doesn't make it like blurred out enough or whatever, so they like took it down, and I actually had to like pixelate the image on my story because like they knew right away that lemonparty.org and Tub Girl was fucked up.
Imagine being so iconic.
Really though, like I wonder if those lemon party guys are still alive. I mean, they were sucking those dicks like 25 years ago, so, and they were like definitely 70. Yeah, I wish them well. Yes, Tub Girl.
I agree with Ivory, not Tub Girl. Oh.
All right.
Aside
over.
Okay, so basically, cat's out of the bag about her alcoholism, right? So the group's sort of discussing like who knew, who didn't know. Emily's sort of saying like, I knew, but I couldn't say, but I wanted to say because I don't like her, kind of a thing. So Gina, I said that already. Bronwyn's like pumping around the block. Like she is like manic walking around. Like I don't know how to describe this. Like I wrote down she was tearing around the neighborhood, which is kind of what she was doing.
Tearing.
Yeah, so Sean's like trying to calm her down and like get her into the party, and she's being like, ah! And like shrieking and being all like exasperated and stuff. Okay, so like he calms her down, and then so like pull Gina out to like have like a combo out front or whatever. During which Shannon catches wind of the lemonade boy comment, so now she's pressed as a lemon. She's just ready to go. Okay. So Gina says the text from Sean made her feel uncomfortable, and Bronwyn isn't allowed to take that away from her, and I would agree with that. Bronwyn, she like basically does not, right? Like she's like won't really give that to her. Like she's like, that's disgusting. You would say that. He would never. Like whatever. Like,
And
she's
then
not,
she
like,
did the
allowing
whole,
her to be,
So she is taking away from it.
she's like, if that's how you react to men being nice to you, I feel sorry for you. Like that vibe. Like gaslighting as fuck, rape apologist
Yeah.
as fuck. So gross.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Wow.
So basically Gina just ends it. Like, she's like, all right, like, this is like, we're not gonna agree because, like, I'm not gonna give you that. So they go back to the party. Like, basically Bronwyn's like frenetically pacing the party, and she like pulls Kelly over, and they have like a little aside, but she's like crying the whole time. It's just like mess.com. Like, it's just like, Jesus Christ.
And
Okay.
she's apparently sober.
Yeah.
This is like she's apparently 30 days sober at this point.
Wow.
So Kelly's like the only saving grace at this party. So, like, again, she acts really chummy with Sean and the other short husband. And she's like, hey, what's up, my little shorties? Or like, you little dorks over here, or like whatever she says. And like, basically she like chums up to him enough for him to be like, no, Shannon did say that. Cause like, that's what they've been fighting about. Like, Bronwyn's like, has anyone seen that 30 Rock skit where like they're in the limo and she's like, you said it. And he's like, I didn't say it. It's like very that. It's like this exact fucking thing. So she like gets Sean to be like, no, I heard her, came out of her mouth. And immediately she runs out onto the fucking patio and she's like, Sean just said you said it. Like, she like shouts over everybody and like tells Shannon. So now Shannon's even fucking more mad, right? Because she's all like agitated about this whole thing. So Bronwyn and Sean leave, and then like she like literally goes home, gets on a treadmill, and like is crying while he's talking to her, while she's like running on a treadmill, while the party's happening in an aside. So like everyone else is having a good time at the party. She's now at home running on a treadmill crying.
Bronwyn.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Is
Saying
she,
at least she's got her
messy.
treadmill so she can run away from her problems.
is she okay?
No.
So yeah.
No.
So okay, so the next thing, Kelly asked Shannon's dad if he could still get it up. She asked his girlfriend if she's still getting banged like a screen door in a hurricane. And I just wrote down, she loves an analogy and a rhyme this season. She's like really all about it. Okay, so finally they ended this fucking party. Jesus Christ. Okay, so now we get more of Kelly and Rick. She's talking about how like banged out she's getting. I feel like she's really like overcompensating. I feel like he's in New York 5 days out of the week. He comes home like quickly on the weekend. I was like, you're probably getting banged out because you have 1 day a week with them. It's like not that like crazy. So I feel like she's like insanely overcompensating how like happy she is. And I don't think he's like that cool or interesting either. We get a montage. Yeah. She's really like trying to paint out this picture like he'll do anything for her, and then we get a montage of him like forgetting things and like her being like, did you do this? And he's like, no. So it was like really like disillusioning.
Okay,
Okay.
I love a Kelly troll.
Next up, Gina and Matt update. Gina invites Matt's girlfriend to their kid's birthday party. She calls it her olive branch. However, we find out that this woman has kids at the same school, so she's been doing like drop off and pickups with her kids. So I was kind of like, how much of an olive branch is it if she like can drive your kids around and like pick them up and shit on
That's
days
a
when
good
like your
point.
extensions are like too matted to your head to like get up. But like like an invite to this birthday party is like such a heavy branch for you to bear to this girlfriend. I'm like, seems like you guys are already cool, but like whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, her and Matt seem to be in a better place. Gina and Emily hanging out. Gina's wearing a hat that would piss everybody off. So we're not gonna dwell too much on it. They're basically gossiping after the party. I think that like now that cat's out of the bag, Emily's being a little bit shadier towards Bronwyn. Like she was kind of like she told Emily that like Bronwyn had 2 nannies because she was such an alcoholic that she couldn't like care for her kid, which like she kind of said, but not really. Like she kind of like spun it in like a shitty way. Okay, so Gina says Bronwyn asked her to go to an AA meeting with her, which she agreed to do.
Like, what the fuck? I was like,
yeah, weird. And Gina was like, of course, yes. And I was like, okay. And then we get Kelly saying that she wouldn't go. And she like, I was like making me laugh. Like she was like, Elizabeth was like, I would go to rehab with you. Kelly was like, I am not doing that. No. Oh, also Bronwyn is renewing her vows.
Oh my God, kiss of death.
That sentence.
Yeah.
So
let's hear the death rattle on that marriage, because there's nothing worse than a Real Housewives vow renewal to really put the fucking nail in the coffin.
Totally. So at least it's their 20 year, which is like a thing at least. So she calls Shannon to invite her. Shannon's still pressed. She brings up the lemonade boy thing. And I also feel like my last note is I feel like they're really pumping like this Desperate Housewives thing. Like
They
I think this is
are.
episode 4, and this is the 3rd reference to like Wisteria Lane or like Desperate Housewives that I've caught. It's kind of odd in 4 episodes. It's like they're like, oh, we all live on the same street now. It's like Desperate Housewives. I'm like, what the?
They fucking wish.
So I've never seen that, but I
Those
just noticed.
fucking broads wish. maybe like season 10 cast, maybe season 11, like that's pushing it. Like season 7 cast, sure, but not these chicks. They are not it.
And that's it.
Sorry,
Like,
I'm a Desperate Housewives stan. And no one was poor on that show. No one rented a house.
True. No one was renting.
Holla.
Yeah, that's it. I feel like there was like something happening next week, but I forgot what the next week trailer was. Do you remember those?
Not right now, no. But I just know that I thought this was a funny, enjoyable episode, and yeah, pretty good. All right.
And that's that on that.
She is the puppet and everyone's the master.
The master.
And she's controlling everybody.
Oh, we also got Kelly Dodd talking about COVID for the first time.
Yes.
Oh God.
Calling
what'd
it the
she
Corona
say?
Del Mar virus. And she's like, who cares? Like, this happens every once in a while. She's like, there was swine flu and SARS. Like, it's like, you know.
Yeah.
So
Not a
this is
big
like
deal.
February then, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I love it.
For her.
I also want to shout out Dawn on, what is it? Cheshire. Because her whole family got COVID and she was the first storyline. I was like, oh, she's the first one. Like Ashley, the kids, everybody got it.
Really?
We're
Yeah.
behind on Cheshire. We really
Oh my
need to
God,
catch
wait,
up
have you
this
guys met
week.
Lystra yet?
No, but I
No.
follow her on Instagram, so I know Lystra.
Her lashes, I can't, like, she came out, her
Oh.
lashes were so long. I was like living everything about her. I'm obsessed.
Leah, she's just like, she's a Barbie.
I
Yeah.
need to point out
Oh my
Aaron's
God.
comment about why does Shannon's house look like an Airbnb basement?
That's
It's funny. If you hadn't said that, I would have said I liked all that paneling. But now that you say that, I'm like, oh, it is really fucking cold basement looking.
Okay, I'm reading Thick Neck Baby. Kelly made an appearance in Vox video last week as a celeb that got duped into reposting QAnon on
That's
IG.
so embarrassing.
So did Lydia and so did Gretchen.
Really?
They were like all like save the girls, like sex trafficking, QAnon, like going
Those-
off. The OC people are wild.
They're so uninformed too. But I also feel like any time that I worked in Orange County tattooing,
Yeah.
anybody there, anybody and everybody fucking loves those conspiracy theories. I know most of what I know about like libertarian conspiracy theories from working in Orange County for a year. Someone I worked
I
for
love
like
it.
had all their guns buried in their backyard. Like it was like that. So anytime the OC housewives go off, I don't feel too surprised.
You get it.
crazy. Like
Very on brand.
that's the exact like peak. I'm a celebrity and I'm gonna like use my platform for good, but I'm absolutely hella uninformed about what this actual thing is. But it looks
Yeah.
good, so I'm just gonna share it.
I
Yeah.
feel good doing it. Therefore,
Yes.
it's a good Samaritan act.
Did you see when
Yeah.
Portia chewed out Kelly?
No.
No.
Posting
Tell
that
me.
thing? Like, I guess it was for like her wedding or something like that. Kelly had a mask that said like "Bride Wives Matter" or something like that.
Drunk
Oh,
wives.
Drunk wives
Something like
matter.
that, yeah.
Wives
And
matter,
Portia
yes.
just jumped right on her, chewed her out, and then she posted some like bullshit apology.
I saw that.
And then in the comments was like being like, I can't believe I had to post this, like kissy faces to all the
Yeah.
people who were like, this is so stupid. She was like, I know. I was like, are you fucking kidding me, Kelly?
Like my PR people told me to post this. She literally
Totally.
said like my PR people told me I had to post this.
I was
I was like,
"Are
okay,
you
well that kind
serious?"
of takes
Oh
away
my
from this
God.
dirty, shitty apology.
Yeah.
She's the fucking craziest. I cannot get over that shit.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Yeah, it was like one
Yes.
quick jump to the comments, and I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
This bitch was like, oh, Jesus.
God.
Well, I kind of appreciate how unabashedly ignorant she is. It's very Ramona.
Yeah,
like-
she
Yeah,
is
but
kind of
there's-
like
Ramona.
the OC Ramona.
Yeah.
There's something dangerous, it feels like, about Kelly. Well, with Ramona, she's just like so old that like she's not a threat. But Kelly, I feel there's just something like sinister there. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Should we watch New Jersey this week or Potomac first this week?
What does the chat think? Talk
Chat,
to us.
Here, chat. Let me make y'all a poll, okay? Everybody, if you're watching on a desktop, you can just click on the answer in the pull-down menu. What city first? Potomac and Vintage Jersey. Okay, we got 3 minutes on this poll. We'll chat while we figure it out. Yeah.
Anything fun happened in the Bravo universe this week?
I caught up more and watched the Below Deck reunion and was cracking up at quite a bit of it. It was a pretty funny season.
Hey, Britt.
Oh, hey Britt. Nice to see you here.
There's Brett.
Yes.
I think we're still behind on Below Deck because we've been like balls deep into Teen Mom.
And great. Love
Guys,
that
we've
quote.
watched what 7.5 seasons now.
7.5 seasons of Teen Mom.
Britt was saying
And some
that
of those
really
seasons are like 30 episodes.
Brett, who just joined the chat, said that it really made their day to hear that you were getting into some good MTV absolute shite. They really appreciate that content. It's their forte.
Britt, we're getting into Teen Mom 2, which is like my shit. I remember growing up like and watching it live and being like, oh my God, wow. So we'll be back next week with Teen Mom 2 updates. I'm really excited for Chris to meet Janelle. He's gonna have so much fun with Janelle, and yeah. So.
I don't worry, everybody. I clipped Chris saying balls deep into Teen Mom. So anytime you need to hear that, you can just come back to the channel and refresh.
Perfect.
Love it.
I just want to redeem balls deep into Teen Mom.
Put it on the soundboard. We're hitting it every week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we watched we watched like 7.5 episodes because we wanted to wait to see until Farrah finally got fired.
Farrah got fired.
So Farrah got fired. She is an absolute piece of garbage. She is the worst. She is a piece of shit coco homewrecker every day. She's disgusting.
You know what POSH stands for? Piece of shit. Like you. Like who you are.
Homewrecker.
Every day.
Every day. Like,
Wait,
honestly,
she's a wolf
I
in
I
lamb's
can't say
clothing,
enough.
but she's a wolf with rabies.
I can't say enough bad things about Farrah Abraham. I think that, like, I remember like watching her on Big Brother and being like, wow, this girl is like a piece of garbage. But then like watching her on Teen Mom and I think that she should have had the abortion and that we should have never have seen that, and that we would have never ever had to experience her life, because I think that she's disgusting. And Sophia's ugly.
You don't know, gay as fuck. Fucking gay homo.
Sophia's ugly and she's a fucking garbage kid too. She's the worst one out of them too. So that's 2 strikes for the abortion.
You know who else is ugly? Caroline Manzo. Her and Sophia have a similar energy. And look.
Yeah, we want to watch her season of X on the Beach. That's like going to be the next hate watch, I think, for Farrah.
I feel like that's a nice December show because like it will be chilly here, but they'll be on the beach.
Was she on the UK version or the US or both?
US.
God.
She UK.
Was she on Celebrity Big Brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
That's what
was.
the gay as fuck is from.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just like, I've been watching Trisha Paytas clips from Celebrity Big Brother.
Was that her season?
No, that was a different
No.
season.
So I'm
show lasted
getting
like a
blurry.
day.
Yeah,
about-
Trisha Paytas
Trisha.
lasted like 2 whole days before she like got the fuck out of there.
Fuck, we
She literally had like a psychotic break and had to leave.
Yeah.
really do need to choose a Celebrity Big Brother
Romeo
UK
is
soon.
Lil Romeo is the host of X on the Beach. Gee,
Oh, Romeo.
that
My
is
Jesus,
tough.
that's dark.
God.
Oh man.
Did you suggest us watching a season of Celebrity Big Brother?
Yeah, UK. I feel like we should pick one and do it as
Yeah,
alongside.
I want to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big Brother has not been on in like years at this point, right? So
Do
I
we do the one
know.
with? Do we do the one with Brandy Glanville because she's a housewife?
that's a good option.
Yeah.
Just 'cause,
She was
like,
miserable in the house. I feel like she made no friends.
I suggest the one with Perez Hilton.
I think that's a great, super inflammatory first go.
Yeah.
But
Very
the thing with
wild
Celebrity
stuff
Big
happens.
Brother is that it airs every day of the week in the UK. So if we want to do
We've got
that
about
with people, it means that every
whole
Sunday when
year
we get
to reveal
together,
it.
we're gonna have to do
like
all
5
the days.
episodes a week.
Yeah.
Maybe we could each like put a season up, and then people could vote.
Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. I'll go through them and maybe we can figure out which ones were the worst.
Stodden in the one with Perez Hilton.
No, I think
No.
she's
What?
in the one with
No,
Jenna Jameson, right?
Yeah,
No.
it's
No.
before.
That's
It's
Farrah.
before Perez.
that's Farrah.
She's I don't.
I
don't
love
remember.
Courtney Stodden.
I remember the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with Perez had
She was with Lauren.
Katie Price and Michelle Visage.
Yes. And
Or the
there's
one with Aubrey O'Day. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that one's great. There's
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
with Lady Sovereign and then this 19-year-old who's fucking one of the Rolling Stones. And then those two end up like hooking up in the house. And that's a fucking great season because Lady Sovereign, it's older. It's before it kind of like had the
Yeah.
turnover to Channel 5. And
Oh, the Pete Burns one is really good too.
I was at a filming of Celebrity Big Brother when they threw Ivana Trump out of the house.
But
Do you remember which season you were when you were in A Bit on the Side?
That would have been, I'm going to say 5 years ago. So, yeah, where Emma told me that her husband
Yeah, your
would be
lips sick
into
or
me on
something.
air. I was like,
Really?
yes! It was so weird. Oh my
Aw,
god.
Emma.
Okay, well, Potomac won our poll. So I'll pull that up for us all here. Share my screen.
how long's the clip, Kyle?
It is probably around 4 minutes. 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay, here it comes.
Cool.
Previously on the Real Housewives of Potomac.
You called her ignorant? Oh. Nope, she didn't share that. She was like, no, you're straddling the fist. You saw this brutal attack. And I said, for a very intelligent woman, you're extremely ignorant. I don't know anything about blackouts. I don't know anything about fits of anger. This is medical. And you say you're a doctor. She's not a medical doctor. No one thought
What does medical doctor have to do with the conversation?
The point was she was speaking authoritatively to me. Let me show you how Wendy came down the steps. You ready? Okay. I knew I was in Wendy's trouble. She was like,
Oh my God.
I'm going to get this child. Dr. Wendy was in the room. That's what she calls herself, right? So I'm like, doctor of what? You ain't gonna tell me how to think and when to bark and when not to bark. I'm not afraid of Wendy.
My mother said this, and I stand by this. Common sense is a saving grace. And baby, you can't buy it, and I got it.
I think Giselle twisting my words is an indicator that something's not right in her personal relationship with Jamal. Anytime she starts twisting my words, it tells me her is not tight. So I'm gonna forgive Wendy. I'm gonna look straight at Giselle because I've known you forever, Giselle. What is going on in your life?
There's people with 10 degrees that are ignorant as
But I'm not one of them. So when you question my degree and when you say,
No, I don't question your degree.
you said.
No, I didn't mimic you. Let me show you what I did
mimicked.
so we can be clear. Let me show your ass what I did.
Because
you
I'm
trying to talk about you, real woman. This is what I
Let's
did.
do it.
Candace and I were having a heated moment. We were disagreeing. It was a painful moment. You came down and you interjected. But as you slithered down the steps,
I sauntered.
But this is how you look to me. This is my eyes.
That's
okay?
fine.
Okay.
That's how I came down.
Hold on.
That is
And
how
you
I came down.
slithered
That's
into
how
the
I came-
conversation.
And that's how I came
what
down.
you did. You
I'm
mad
sorry,
about
that's how I
you.
came down.
Honey, slither up on over here. What you gotta do is slither. Are we all gonna? I think we should. Yes. Go ahead.
And slip, yes. And one, and two. And y'all slither your ass to Portugal now. Go ahead, slither your ass on to Portugal.
That rusty ass bitch.
Relax. Just let it play out.
But you literally have no common sense. You have no scruples.
Candace.
You have nothing.
Never in my entire 33 years of life have I encountered a person who could be this arrogant and evil and sociopathic that you think you have a case to counter sue me for what you did.
Two people are the reason that fight happened. So if you're gonna come after me, then I have no choice but to come after you.
I like where you cut that off.
Sexy and chic, eh? Elusive Shanti.
Yes, totally.
So menacing.
Right?
Anyway.
It's very like.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Well, I made notes. Yay.
I made notes too, but it's mostly like in retrospect, it's about people's appearances.
Liz, before we get started, I have a question mostly for you. What did you think of Candace's paint at the Embezzled event? Because I noticed her contour was like on, the highlight was popping, and I thought of you because last week you said like her nose contour was maybe a little too much. So what do you think of it this week?
This week I found Candace so attractive in everything she did on camera that I had like a full on like scrolling thing about it, because I have a note here about her ass in the last scene going towards next week, and it's out of control. So I can't, there's nothing bad about Candy Gal this week. Her makeup was gorgeous. She posed the house down. Her ass is amazing.
Interesting.
Stan. All of it.
Love it.
Yeah. Well, at the beginning of the episode, we have Wendy doing like a little for camera thing about calling people for votes. But I do think it was really cool now post-election to see all the people who were putting so much effort into signing people up, getting people aware of where they could go, letting them know rules. So I appreciate that Wendy brings that dialogue to the episodes week after week.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
It's kind of weird that like that's such a thing in the States too, is that like you have to like help people to get registered to vote, and you have to help them to tell them where like to go to vote is. It's like why it's like it's just so fucking wild how there's so much voter suppression in each one of those individual states that they're just like they have to do all these things to help people. Like it's not just clear to them, or it's complicated and they can't figure it out. Like it's crazy.
Right?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Like we were saying on our stream, I I mean, I'm ignorant to whether or not it's easy in every community, but I know at least in Canada, if you show up with a piece of mail, as far as I'm concerned, everybody I know has had a really easy time getting registered on the spot. It's not treated like a really elusive, hard thing. We don't have a party here that sort of designs to steal the vote, however possible.
Yeah, when I first moved here, I literally had to show them a piece of mail indicating where I lived just to like confirm I was a citizen, and like a piece of ID, and that was registration. Very simple, but voting here, yeah, is very easy.
No questions.
I also have a note that that they go back to Candace's song this week. She hears the remix for the first time. She gets signed to the label, which makes her really happy. And then, of course, I went back and listened to the song a bunch, which I love. So I've put a poll up in the chat if we think that Candace's song, when I say the best Housewives song, I don't mean like novelty based the best, but like really sellability and quality. Do we actually have a housewife who's making a who might have a marketable music career?
I feel like she's too hated for her antics for anybody to take her too seriously.
Oh, Candy, of course, my bad. But I mean, Candy's on Housewives because she was a musician. And I mean Housewives who it's like Fabio in Zoolander. It's actor / model and not the other way around.
Right. Yeah. Like what Melissa Gorga tried to do and gave up after a day.
Is this a more successful version of a Melissa Gorga storyline? Will it be?
Okay, well, I'm not sure I'll give Candace that, but I will say this is the best of the Potomac bunch because Coffee and Love by Ashley Darby sucks. It's horrible. And I don't like Monique's rap song called Drag Queens because I recently found out it's about her dragging Candace, and she's not allowed to have a song about drag queens. You're not one. When have we ever seen you support one?
And
Aaron,
so I'll say Candace has the best song of the Potomac bunch.
I want to say that
I was just surprised Candace knew a song that wasn't Happy Birthday.
That's the only other song you know, for sure.
Aaron said that Viva La Diva is still stuck in her head, but Viva La Diva is not a Countess Luann song. I will have you
She is
know.
a feature on it.
She is only featured. Sorry.
She is only featured.
Pre-Grammy nominee.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we're torn. So far we're 2 for 2 on the Candy vote.
I do like it. It's a catchy little bop. And she does sound like Toni Braxton, kind of, so that's why I also love it.
I just think the writing is great, and I think that it's impressive that a housewife really wrote a track, you know? But
I hated the warm-ups too. When I first heard the vacuum noise, I'm like, what are we gonna get into? Where are you taking me with this journey?
That's the second time this season that Potomac has gone into a scene with an inexplicable weird noise someone's making from another room.
Is the other one Karen?
Karen exercising.
Oh
yeah.
Yes.
Fuck. Oh. Yeah.
I just didn't understand why she talked about being in a girl group and almost getting signed, and then they took the deal to a record lawyer and they said it was a bad deal, but she didn't do it this time.
I know, I was gonna say it too.
Right. So you threw it away the first time, you're like, I don't fucking care, whatever it is, I'm signing up next time, even if I'm only getting pennies on the dollar. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say there was maybe a couple conversations without cameras and maybe some lawyers involved because it seemed very
obviously, but
easy.
if we're in this suspension of disbelief here and we're supposed to be taking on this magical journey, then I'm looking behind the curtain, I'm seeing between the cracks. Yeah.
See, where my mind got stuck, I was like, why aren't you telling us more about this girl group? What were you called? Do you have any singles out there? Because I've known people who were in girl group like randomly, like Canadian girl groups, and they all have like content out there, even though it was like from like the like early 2000s. So like I want to see more about that. Like I'm curious.
Yogurt's comment is very funny. You can see the panic on
Yeah.
Chuck's face when she said she took the contract to a lawyer. It's like,
He was like, I'm about to steamroll this bitch. She's gonna
Yeah,
take this
totally.
to a
I'm about to
lawyer.
sign you to my label, which I just started right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Of everyone here, does anyone know who Chucky is beyond the show?
no. Did you?
Yeah, I don't
listen
really
to
like
it?
know the type of music either. Like when she kept saying it's like a, what did she say?
Oh, what did you call it? Go-go music, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and it has
I'm not
more
familiar.
of a cowbell. I like dig it. I love it. He produced for Bad Boy Records, Thick Neck Baby Says, which is kind of fucking tight.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
With
that's
Diddy,
like
shit,
Stevie J
work.
from Love and Hip Hop being like, I wrote for Mariah Carey 20 years ago.
Yes, very that. The
Very
Stevie
Stevie
J.
J.
Very Stevie J.
I love Stevie.
I love Stevie. Shout out to Stevie J. Hope you're doing well.
Let's see. What else have I said about? I said we need to discuss Jizzy for getting her shoes, and the reason I want to discuss that does that mean that she needs to be comfortable to get driven to the restaurant. Then she goes to the bathroom, changes, and she thinks, "Oh my god, I forgot." Like, is she a drag queen? Is
You know what I think it is? I think she drives herself in that little like Cooper Mini with the Gucci like fake buckles.
That's it.
And so she's driving, so she just wants comfy shoes. She doesn't want to have her stilettos, pumps in the club.
That's it for sure.
Then she just like will change in the car right before getting out on camera. But I think she just forgot that step this week.
Right.
Okay, so I wrote that down and I said, because I think I missed that part because I said, whose flip flop did they cut to under the table? That was Giselle's?
Yes.
Giselle, yeah.
She said, "Don't
when
look at
Robin
my feet."
first came, Chris, she hugged and said, "Don't look at my feet."
I forgot my shoes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But that place looked so cute. I really wanted to go there.
Did look cute.
Yeah, and the
Like a
waitress
nice
was so
tea.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a fun lunch. The three of
Yeah.
them were just cutting up.
Robin looked incredible. What do y'all think?
Yes, I loved
Yeah.
it. Totally.
That's a total shoot for me. She looked great. Cause
Yeah,
A shoot? A shoot?
For Robin, absolutely.
Oh, and Robin, like relative to
For
Robin,
Robin,
I
especially
understand.
lately, this has been like 3 weeks of bad wigs and like rented clothes that are horrible.
Yes.
So this was a total yes for Miss Robin Dixon.
Karen,
90K
of course, we loved Karen's impression. It was so funny.
Yeah, I made sure to
Well,
include
there.
both of them in the clip. I thought that was kind of the biggest takeaway of the
Because
week.
the second one, she's really even got it more now. It's like,
She has an audience. She's like, okay.
Yeah. I almost wish Giselle didn't like spoil it and like had to do her own impression. Like she should have just gotten Karen's as like it. Like I feel like she tried to like steal that moment for like funny.
yeah. And I had a note too about like, Giselle's funny and she's always got jokes, but her jokes like low key put words into people's mouths. She's like riffing on stuff, being like, "You don't got the cure for cancer," and it's like, well, when you say that, people are actually gonna literally think that was said. They're gonna think you're quoting because you start by quoting and then you devolve into joking, and you know you gotta.
And it was like banter that she was serving. Like they were like going, you know what I mean? It wasn't really like that serious.
It's a bit of banter. It's only a bit of banter.
Chinese whispers.
Chinese whispers and banter.
A little bit of Chinese whispers.
I missed Katie when they kept talking about Katie this week.
I miss Katie so much too.
That
Remember
model
her bad
did look like
wigs
Katie
and how
though.
like loose she was with herself in that last season.
Yeah, last season she was unhinged.
She must have done something behind the scenes to piss Bravo off because they were like, like you can't even come to the reunion.
I wonder what
So,
happened on that
unfortunate.
trip when she just
Yeah.
kind of left. Like there must have been more to it than her just like leaving in the night.
Leaving in the night.
Do you think that production saw all the models' headshots for who they could bring on for this episode, and they saw someone that looked like Katie, and they thought, we have to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then on Ashley's production sheet for the day, it says, Ashley, please bring up model looking like Katie.
Yeah.
So Ashley was like, okay. So she walked in and went, is that Katie?
And of course, it doesn't hurt that she really did bear a striking resemblance to her. So when Ashley walks in and sees her, it would be very easy to be like, oh, Jesus, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that the model just like literally runs by and is like, please, like, get me out of here.
Yeah. So there's a lot of chat about who's buying an embellished hat. I want to say that
they're all on pre-order right now.
Yes, great for Robin, but those things are so hard to get because I have yes, they sell out after each other, and then if you put yourself on a notification list and you get a notification, it's like tickets to a fucking Madonna concert. You have to click over and it's like sold out. Sorry, sold out. It's like a Kylie lip kit circa 2017.
Oh yeah, it's very makeup.
Swear
oh
to
my
God. Yeah.
But like,
are they expensive? Let's see.
They are expensive.
They're
and the
satin
shipping is
lines
expensive.
apparently. So like a couple people have actually messaged me who bought them already and said they really enjoy them. Like, because they don't smell, like it's just like good for your hair to be in, I guess, satin, I guess.
And I think as like white folks, we don't appreciate like how having a hat that's satin lined and thinks about like the texture of your hair underneath is really important. But I'm sure for black women and men that having something that like is more like a bonnet or something is probably nice, I guess. And
I can appreciate the satin line cap. That's nice, but
that's a nice like marketing shtick. Like, hey, I'm different.
No, she didn't invent that. I'm not giving her tons of credit, but I'm saying
no,
it's nice.
No, but I think
nice
like
and good for
using that
her.
technology is like a miss in the market. So good for her for that.
Yeah, like a baseball cap with that inside. I've never seen that. So
okay, but guys, there's 10 styles.
Okay, so I already
Those
put
are
one in the
horrible.
chat. If anyone wants to buy me an embellished hat, I put the snake one. I'll put it right there again, actually. That's the one I love. So
These are so ugly.
I know.
These are the ugliest.
First of all, I hate.
These are the ugliest hats I have ever seen in my entire life. Every
Some of them
single
are
one.
fine, and I don't
ugly.
like the heart leopard print. That's a hard no.
I know.
me.
Why couldn't you just do leopard print?
Yeah, I agree.
Straight up
leopard print's really having a
I'm here
moment right
for.
now.
Yeah.
I
Thanks
also
to
just
Kylie.
want like I want an orange one. Like
Just plain orange.
yeah, I don't want the like elephant on it. That's fucking ugly.
Yeah, they look all like hats a mom would want, and also would be like, oh my God,
I'm
Nicole, did you
funky.
see my hat? It's so funky. It's this funky new
Yes,
hat I got
that's
from the
exactly
internet.
it.
Although
send
the
you
one
the
called
link.
Pretty in Pink kind of looks like a Britney Spears Baby One More Time era like logo knockoff, so I'm kind of into that.
They do look like they're designed by Miss Jizzy. Absolutely, yes. And did anybody notice that Miss Jizzy's house had all the same elements this week, but looked somehow more tasteful?
You thought that?
No, no, I'm not saying I found it tasteful. I'm saying it was a step
looks
up.
somewhat
It's like
more
she
tasteful.
had one of her friends come at her house and be like, "Oh, this is what we're working with." Okay,
Yeah,
I
girl,
guess.
no.
And
Who's she
rearranged
showing it
it.
to?
Baby Dean.
Yes, baby.
Oh yeah,
Dean.
it's
Demon
funny. I
baby.
thought it was like newer too, and then it was like as soon as I saw the magenta wall, I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. No.
Same.
I
Oh,
was
you didn't
taken
notice that
aback.
it was rearranged at all. It's not even a half tone improvement for everybody. Y'all are such fucking cynics. It makes me sick.
Or like Lizzie, at one point they're on the couch and there's those pillows that I had never noticed before, and I was like, those are the ugly effing pillows.
Yeah,
I've
it's all
ever seen.
horrible.
And I was just like, and like, what was that sculpture of an ice heart or something?
The
was
heart
all
sculpture
there.
behind the
A
couch
melting
was so
Bad
bad.
Girls
It was
Club
all-
logo.
It's all
Yeah.
already
Oy.
been there. It's been there. They've showed it in episodes, but it was before she was like, I'm making my house gorgeous. And then they show it.
Oh,
But
I've
this
got
week-
taste.
Yeah, but this week, honestly, someone came in and rearranged the shit into like a discernible shape at least.
Do you think it
Feng
was
shui
purple
expert.
or door?
Oh, wait. Breaking news. Little Miss Erin also has a magenta wall.
Is it
True,
that?
I've
Because that's
seen,
more like
I've seen it.
raspberry.
It's raspberry, and she probably also has mirror tiled flower vases. So
Definitely.
I feel like that's really.
And clear chandelier.
She says it's literally the same color. Do you have clear furniture? Do you have any clear Pyrex furniture? We need to know.
Is this your bedroom at your parents' house, like that you grew up in? Like, do you still live there? Like, this is your teenage bedroom you're talking about, right?
No, she's saying it's from when she moved in 10 years ago, and she's too lazy to paint. That's not the same.
Got
You're
it.
not like saying it's chic and showing it off. Come on. Your
Yeah.
living room, goddamn.
To do that.
Living room.
Ooh, that's a lot. Did anyone else hate the hat on Ashley as much as I did? I can't even think about it.
And when she would wear it backwards, I was like, no, mama. No, mama,
Yeah.
take it off.
That's what I noticed. I was like,
stupid that she had to make a joke or something.
She is
it's
not
like a nice
a
little window
hat
to your
person.
forehead. Yeah.
Not
It
a
was
hat
like
person.
like that. Okay, like, not only are the hats ugly, they don't fit well either. They're like of poor construction. Like, you can see like when like the dented in, like when it's sitting on your head and like the panels are sunken in, and I'm like, this isn't even like a quality hat.
She looks
Candace
like
looked great in it.
when a principal shows up to track day and then puts on like a hat and walks around in her suit with all her fancy hair coming out underneath, being like, "Oh, you kids are doing great.
Yeah,
You kids are
that's
doing
exactly.
great." Yeah, Our
Not
Lady of
on too
Perpetual
tight so you
Hope.
don't mess my
Woo!
hair, but
Yeah,
That's
that was
exactly
Ashley.
it.
on enough so it looks like I'm cool.
Yeah. Totally.
It's like,
I
why
guess
did
it was
she
nice.
have her straightened hair with that hat instead of wearing her straightened hair to Giselle's house? You know, like, curly hair would have been fine for Giselle's, and then the straight hair would have been better
for a hat.
the photo
Yes.
shoot.
Especially
Right,
a
because
hat
it's
that
just
looks very
like
tight.
plopped on top of her head.
Yeah.
And just her look in general too was a bit harsh. It was like a blue blazer.
It's never good though.
I hate a blazer, so.
Just because she is a mom now doesn't mean she has to take on like the Reitman's aesthetic so hardcore.
Right?
No?
I
It's been
agree.
too much. It's very Sears ladies section, and I'm not here for it.
Sears bargain basement.
Yes, totally.
Maybe she was just boring Sheila's clothes.
I feel like Karen knows that Wendy will will immediately react like a barking dog to her reads about having degrees, and that's the only reason Karen does it, because it makes Wendy go, "Ah!"
Yeah.
It makes me laugh so hard.
It's true. If she didn't mention it so often too, like, you can tell when someone talks about it so much. It's like, that's like, you gotta go read on somebody. You just take that and you take it and talk about it all the time. Like, I don't say that I have 4 degrees, but you do. Here's the supercut of you talking about all the
here's
time
the
you have 4
montage,
degrees.
mama.
Yeah.
It's like having a coworker that's like, I'm overqualified to be here. And you're like, well, we have the same job, so like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yet here we are together.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, she reacts. She's so defensive. People just have to prick at that education, and she really goes off. Whereas a seasoned troll would know that your weakest point, you too have to exploit it and be like, ha ha, it's so fucking dumb. Yep, you don't have anything on me.
Also,
Call
like,
us for professional trolling lessons.
Yeah.
Took her a while to fucking recognize the Portuguese flag, considering she has fucking 4 degrees.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
like
she
the
got
one
it,
thing
but
I noted. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm a dumbass, and I even knew that. Like, that's sad.
I know it because tattooing, I have to tattoo that the dice, and I know that they're not that, but like in my mind I remember them as the little dice. So if I see that on a flag, I'm like, oh, Portuguese tattoo, yep, that's that flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when she was like, when Candace was like, "Is that China?" I was like, I just don't believe these two would ever be friends outside of this context. Like Wendy is too far superior to be hanging out with Candace that fucking seriously.
Right?
Like she goes to her real
China.
friends and laughs about how dumb these bitches are to her. Like I just feel like she's like,
Is that China?
When Candace said China, I was like, why would you say that out loud? Like, in what world do you think you would go there? Like, what?
Yeah, that's a good point. Why would they? How and why right now would you?
Like the budget for Potomac too. Like, never forget. Is
Yeah,
probably
we're not talking
super
about Beverly
low,
Hills here, sis.
Yeah, exactly. We're not talking about suites at the Atlantis fucking Dubai type of thing with, you know.
Yeah.
They're sharing rooms on Potomac.
I find Dr. Wendy, although she's like really woke and I really like am here for all her political standpoints, I hate that she's so shamey about academia and like her acquirement of it and how that places her at like this authoritative place to talk down to people, judge people, hold weight over people. For someone so woke, that's fucked up. I don't like it.
and it happened so fast. I feel like the thing with Monique just allowed her to just come right up in the power ranks, and now all of a sudden she's like high and mighty amongst the group, and it's just like, like I'm side eyeing too. Like I'm like, since when? Like you're like kind of new.
I have a lot of respect
something
for
about
her.
this, like, yeah, exactly the same. But it's like, it's like, oh well, you're going on 1 minute about being pressured into having these degrees and doing all of these degrees for your mother type of thing, and then you turn right around and be like, I got all these degrees so I can do this type of thing, and I'm like, well, what is it?
I think there's also something to be said, right? If she's like, when you're like just trying to please like your parents or like live through your parents, that's also like a toxic cycle to be in anyway. So it's like when she's like saying all this stuff, I'm like, yeah, well, like I think it's kind of shitty. Like I'm glad that she's being hopefully a little bit more giving with her kids, not like making them
she definitely
streamlined. But I
think she even said that this
yeah,
episode.
she talks about it too.
They can like do whatever they want.
Yeah, she wants to change that pattern for her kids, and I guess there's enough money between her husband and herself, their careers, to do that. But I agree
Although
with
Justin with the tea last week.
No, yeah, but I
they're
mean, now
broke.
you can pay off your student loans like that because you're gonna be fine on the show. And she gave a great first season. I'm sure she'll be renewed. And
and she's got that flat tummy tea boom bod money.
God.
Does she really?
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay,
Oh my
good,
God.
good.
If all else
I was like,
fails,
because
she
Danielle from 90 Day Fiance's got that boom bod money, and it's
Boom bod.
pretty obvious that bitch ain't fucking taking boom bod.
Aubrey O'Day does too. Not to bring her back up.
No, it's okay. Bring her up
That's
as much
twice.
as you want.
That's twice today.
Yep.
I had a note that I was very surprised that someone has not yet made a GIF of the group Slither Saunter dance with all the White House administration names on the people walking out the door. I feel like that GIF needs to be made. Yeah? No?
Yeah. Are you gonna make it, Mama?
Yeah, I might have to.
You could go viral.
I could.
That seems like very viral territory.
I could finally go viral for something that doesn't get me trolled by teenagers for weeks.
Well, no, that will still probably happen.
Hey, do we think that LaDom is backpedaling on her story about giving money to Ray because she exaggerated it in her drunkenness to seem rich and cool?
Definitely. I also feel like she like doesn't want it to be a storyline either, because she probably did give him like a shit ton of money, and she just doesn't want to have to like talk about that because he would be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
you know she's such a soldier for her man. So if I fucking have to hear "soldier for my man" one more time after this week, I was like, that's enough.
Sorry, Kyle, I ain't soldier enough to pay you $100,000 of your taxes. That's like you, boo boo.
Oh my God, imagine I came to you and was like, I am in debt $100K. Like, that's so dark.
I get the help you so desperately need. Yeah.
Like.
God. It happens though. I have lots of friends who've been in relationships for years and then find out some wild shit and they're like, oh, how am I gonna live with this? How am I gonna keep this going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see the things coming into the house. I know there's no $100,000 being spent anywhere.
Aaron mentioned Danielle, and today while I was doing some doom scrolling, I noticed that Danielle Staub follows most of the Trump family on Instagram.
Does she follow Joe Biden?
I don't know, but I feel like if you follow
That's so weird.
Donald Trump, for instance, maybe it's because you're just misguided, don't realize that like builds his ego to have followers and you just want to troll and see him say stupid things. Maybe I can see that. But then to follow like Ivanka and to follow Eric Trump, Don Trump Jr., like you're following
Is she in a
Eric
show
Trump.
with any of them or anything? Like,
well, she was on the
I feel like she must have been desperate to be on The Apprentice, no? She was on The Apprentice.
She claims before Nene was cast on The Apprentice, Danielle was supposed to be lined up to do it and be the first housewife on the show. She doesn't follow Joe Biden on Instagram though.
Exactly.
But it's so weird. On her podcast, she's always like, I am such an advocate for the gay community and legalizing weed and like all these things.
But that's also a libertarian. That's a libertarian battle cry too, of like gay should have a place and weed is should be legalized. So that's not exclusively lefty.
No. Her Instagram bio, she has hashtag LGBT.
Well, it's because you remember when she had that relationship with that DJ chick. She's
that's right.
She's part of the community, whether you like it or not. This is peak gay. Oh my god.
Bravo
Positive
TV
vibes.
shows me to be RHOJ OG. Her bio is wild. Wow, now my private text messages are showing.
Private.
Very private.
Oh my gosh, I need to get Ronnie Negus or whatever her name was from Vancouver saying sex messages.
Oh my god.
As a soundbite, because that's how I feel right now. Sex messages.
Oh my god. Since we are just finishing our rewatch of season 1 New Jersey, can our next retro... Oh, wait, are we making... No, we're making it Big Brother. But someday we have to get into Vancouver as a retro rewatch together.
Absolutely.
I'm ready for Vancouver whenever, Mama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
you tell me when.
Since we're talking about Jersey, do we have any more Potomac points, or shall I pull up Jersey?
One thing I want to state about Ashley is that I hate how Ashley says, "Hey, how are ya?" She's like, whenever she's like greeting people, she's like, "How are ya?" I'm like,
I've noticed
hate
that
the way
too.
that she sounds. I hate her.
Hey, I had a point
That's
to bring
all.
up last week that I didn't about Ashley as well.
I hate her.
That like reinforces my belief that there's some weird trifecta of Karen, Monique, Ashley where they have dirt and they are all in like some understanding. But Ashley was really excited to talk about how Monique, quote unquote, chose to tell the truth about the footage she had. When you say something like you chose to tell the truth, that means that you knew that there were two stories that she was choosing from. That language has a subtext. And when you say, well, Monique chose to tell the truth, that tells me a fucking lot. And that tells me that that footage where recently we saw that Michael did grab the ass, that whole thing was valid, that it was shown in the episode whatever of whatever. Yeah, I wanted to bring that up. I felt like that was gross.
Yeah,
She had like no response either. Like as soon as she said it, they're like, "Huh?" And then she was like, It just made it even weirder.
Chose to tell the truth is not a normal thing to fucking say. And the look on her face too gave it all away to me.
Yeah, Liz, I thought of you last week Because that kind of plays into your theory too about like Monique being in on it and having some like actual blackmail against Ashley, and that kind of just like confirmed it. Ashley seems spooked and like, eh.
But it's in my mind, it's very like toxic positive, where they don't, all three of them in my mind don't see it as like blackmail material, but see it more like they're friends who have each other's backs. And they can't talk about these things or expose it, or they're holding each other up because it's a support thing and not a I could ruin you thing, so I'm not going to fuck with you. Janet, what are we talking about in the chat?
Melbourne.
Oh God.
I was watching Melbourne today.
Picnic said we started watching Melbourne. It's so funny. Shine, shine, shine.
Yes, it's excellent. I'm
Get
so glad. Yes, that's what. Yes, I have my Get Fucked Gilda hat today.
Chris, can you say you're an insignificant ass hair in a Melbourne accent?
You're an insignificant ass hair.
Yeah. Get fucked, Gilda.
Get fucked.
I can't figure out which way on the camera, but it doesn't matter. Should we watch New Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what I think.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Here, we should. Okay. I just rewatched, and if everybody remembers, we were supposed to watch The Last Supper.
Yeah, the extended cut.
45-minute cut.
Just when you thought you'd seen it all, the Real Housewives of New Jersey are back at the dinner table. What is that?
The sound effect.
I saw her reach down, grab the book, and place it on the table. Well, I knew something was going to go down, but I didn't think it was going to be the book.
What is that over there?
I don't think anybody expected it. Even Jacqueline didn't even know I was bringing the book.
I feel like we're being ambushed.
People were painfully trying to avoid the fact that this huge book was sitting right in front of them. What, am I gonna bring it, put it on the table, and I'm not gonna talk about it? Okay. You can avoid it for so long.
When I saw that right away, I started like laughing, smirking, but then I kind of got a little angry because I can't even believe she had the audacity to bring that to my dinner party.
Teresa's been, kind enough to extend that olive branch, to invite her out to dinner. Let's try and make things right. And then you do something like this. It was just the final straw.
How disrespectful. My children were present. That was not the time or place for her to have done that.
Danielle appears very tough, and, she does have a very sensitive side to her, and, she was holding it together pretty strong, but I know inside she was, dying, and it was hard to watch.
That book is not written by just your ex-husband feel like writing a book. Obviously, something in that book has to be true.
I told you, Teresa, were you not here? 2 things are written that are true.
What?
Name change, I got arrested. Pay attention, please.
That was totally uncalled for what she did. Like, to pay attention, like, who is she? Is she God? No. So don't ever tell me to pay attention.
Wow. Look, Danielle, I have one thing to say. Own up to what you are. And Jacqueline.
Listen to her, still going.
Own up to what I am.
Jacqueline, I told the truth. I showed the book. Dina wasn't with me.
It was definitely a weird couple of seconds, like adjusting to what had just happened. So I just wanted to make sure that Danielle didn't, go after Teresa or Antina or my mom. And
Okay, I love you.
Take it easy.
I thought I was gonna deck her. I was fine. I was really fine. I just wanted to get my point across to her, and then that's how I am. Like, I could be mad one minute, and then I'll be fine.
That's called being borderline.
Completely, certifiably crazy out of her mind.
Oh, wow.
I love that there's a director's cut Last Supper version of this.
So
With like different camera angles and everything.
The sound effects, the music.
I was just saying, it's so hard not to do Teresa's monologue as soon as she starts it. Like, as soon as I hear, like, you are fucking engaged 19 times, prostitution, whore. Yeah, it's like, yeah, as soon as I hear, like, a wisp of those words,
And
I,
then
like, want to
suggest.
Yeah. I'm
I was
transported
engaged
to another
19
time.
times prior to getting married.
Well.
I like that at all of the car shots of them going to dinner wasn't actually any shots of them going to dinner. It was just them all, some sort of car shots that they've cobbled all together. Because if you look at every single one of them, there's like Teresa's in a car, her hair's not even done the same. She's got the window down, like, you know, those curls were laid. They're not. There wasn't any wind in them before she got to dinner. Like, everybody's just like driving in their cars and it's like made to look like this big thing, but it's like you just cut that shit from other parts of the scene.
Dina literally has like a long sleeve shirt on.
Yeah.
I want to say that I realized that Danielle followed all the Trumps because Dina follows Ivanka Trump.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry that our beautiful goddess of New Jersey is.
I need a moment.
I know.
I'm gonna at Dina and ask her why she follows Ivanka Trump.
Yeah, now Thick Neck Baby
I think we all should.
I think we all should too. I think that this is like our Stephen Colbert kind of moment where our audience makes things happen. You know?
Yes, exactly.
So just like I actually got Joe to respond, we should all message Dina and say, why do you follow Ivanka? Why? She's not aspirational.
Explain yourself.
She fucks her dad. Come on. We don't need that.
No.
We don't need that energy. So Thick Neck Baby says, is Joe actually a black belt? I call lies. I don't call lies because I'm pretty sure that in 7th grade, most of the boys in my class were black belts. So I feel like being a black belt is something that a 12-year-old could aspire to.
I don't think it's hard.
No. So therefore, I think that Joe, yes, has the potential to be a master black belt.
Yeah.
They just hand them out in New Jersey, so it's not a big deal.
Yes, exactly. It comes with your ID.
I've seen him roundhouse kick that punching bag in the all 5'5" of them.
I was about to say, if you've never watched any Joe Giudice workout videos, then like you go watch those, and then you'll definitely believe he's a black belt. He's literally like in the air spinning and shit.
Do you make them in Italy?
Pardon me?
Like in Italy? Like
yeah. And before that too. But in Italy he has a ton, and like he like lifts like cement bricks and does high kicks and spins and twirls, and life twirls on, baby.
Thick Neck, his fight with Teresa's brother was uninspiring because there was so much black hair grease in the mix that everybody got disoriented, and they didn't really we didn't know what to do with this. So
it was Joe Gorga's black hair sludge that really broke up the fight.
Yes.
Arguably the Potomac fight was better.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Potomac fight was
100%.
iconic at this point. My God. Right, they don't tell you about the grease in karate school.
They leave that part out.
Who else found Caroline's gangster attitude super embarrassing in this episode?
Everything she does
with the dog. Oh my God.
She's like, well, you know what? I told them about the book. I told them. I'm like,
it was me. It was me, not my sister.
Like, she's so ugly. She's so pathetic. She's such a tryhard. She like so desperately wants to fit in, but never will.
She's always her and her husband are always like, we hate when people compare us to the Sopranos just because they shot here, blah blah blah. But you're like, but you try so hard.
Wait, did anybody catch Danielle say she was on the Sopranos when she was showing her kids the photos?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Is that true?
In like an uncredited like extra role. Yes.
Yeah, like background role.
That is hilarious.
Do you think that Caroline said that she did it because she knew that Dina wouldn't be able to like put up a good fight about it?
Absolutely.
But here's the thing is that I think maybe even Dina could put up a good fight about it, but I think that Caroline is such an emotional steamroller that she's like, no, let me protect my sister. I fucking did
Yeah.
it. And it's like, you didn't need to do that. We want to see Dina in this fight. She's been craving it. Danielle's obsessed with her. Let's see this drama, but no, Caroline.
Dina literally told Danielle she'd kick her ass. So, like, we want it. We're all here for it.
We're all gagging for it, mama.
Caroline was like, I need to secure like second season storyline, so I'm gonna like be the hero here.
What is the tea at the reunion? There's like when she's like, "What you did is so disgraceful." Was that what did she do? Did she like call?
Okay, so apparently Danielle went to Lexi's dad, like her biological dad, and like said that Dina forged like his signature or something to get Lexi to film. I don't know. It's all on Google. Go look at it later.
Really? Shit.
But yeah, so I don't know how much of that's true or really what, but that's what was on the blogs.
You fuck with the family, they're gonna get on fire. They are thick as thieves.
They're gonna get on fire. Is that the thing?
What else do I have? I had that Caroline text.
I'm an acquired taste. You don't like me? Acquire some
I
taste.
just gifted a subscription, so that's apparently you've received it, Real Housewives orders.
Oh my god!
Now you can use some emotes. Yay!
I wasn't subscribed. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that is embarrassing.
But now it'll give you a reminder to subscribe if you need to.
Yeah, Mom, I do.
I had that Caroline texting while Danielle is talking is
so
perfect.
rude.
Well, it's perfect gaslighting. If you're like, ooh, this bitch is crazy, I'm gonna fucking antagonize her.
Let us speak. I'm texting.
I would 100% do that for sure.
Yeah, I would be like, I'm asleep. I'm bored.
I'm asleep.
I'm asleep.
I'm bored. I'm asleep. I'm bored watching you spin around. Come on, leopard.
Wait, chia pet.
Leopard, chia pet.
Woo!
Do you think that Danielle was throwing up with diarrhea for 3 weeks because of this?
Lie.
Like, if you were throwing up with diarrhea for 3 weeks, I think that it's a deeper problem.
You're very skinty.
She looked skinny. She looked really pretty.
Yeah.
I loved that like little like short baby doll dress she had on.
Yes.
Like,
Straight up
beautiful.
lingerie to dinner.
Yeah. And I'm like,
I love when she put the book on the table and it was like so awkward. I didn't realize there was like all that interim of like nobody knowing what to do.
Yeah, the fact that they got
I love
either, like-
Teresa's look.
Yeah,
Like
she
Teresa's
looked at it
eyes
first.
when she looks at it.
She got
and she's
surprised
like,
and then she got mad.
yeah.
my favorite part is like Teresa sees it and in Italian goes, "Look, the book. That's my rose of the week." There's just something so cute about her speaking Italian. Anytime a housewife speaks Italian, I'm here for it.
I have a note about that dress that Danielle was wearing actually. Is that there were lots of children. Everybody's children were at that dinner table. However, Danielle milked her children's trauma from that dinner until the second Soggy Flicker season. And then I realize now that she brought them to that party where she knew she was going to antagonize everybody into being fucked up. And then
she brought the book with her.
Yeah, and
Caroline gave her the out of being like, take your kids out now, right?
Yes, and I wrote in my notes that my mother would never even dress in lingerie like that in front of me, let alone bring me to a place where she was going to fight in lingerie. So now going back, Danielle being like, my children were traumatized is like ultimate narcissist to me.
And especially my favorite, another good part was Jillian being like, I'm not leaving. I want to watch this. I was like, oh my God. Like, the 11-year-olds were like, get the popcorn. It's time. The girls are fighting.
But like the fact that like Danielle brings her children in like to like this, she's like, I don't have any secrets from my children. They're going to see every horrible, bloody, graphic, disgusting, sexy thing that happens to their mother.
Sexy.
Yep. She's like, girls, meet my new boyfriend, Gucci model. Gucci model, my
Yeah.
girls.
He blew
Just
my
casually
back out
sucking his
last
dick.
night.
We have phone sex.
Oh, mummy's back is really sore today. Gucci model just like blew it out last night, girls. Can you
You
get me
cracked
this
me
pack?
open like a lobster. Oh my God, my lips are quaking.
Now, honey, do you know what it means to break one off? Lord, Danielle. Danielle is like ultimate narcissistic mom. It's like scary to watch.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
shocking
yeah.
that her girls are like even remotely normal, but they seem to actually be like very normal girls.
It's actually
It's
shocking
like, how do you
too.
like live through that much trauma and still turn out to be like relatively okay?
I also
Good for
don't
that.
get I don't get how Danielle looks like the Grinch, but her two daughters are literally gorgeous.
Looks like the Grinch.
It's like
Gorgeous.
her eyebrow, like her brow line is just insane.
Yeah, but I feel like her daughters are rightfully like model
Because they look
status.
like their dad more.
It's just and I look at her eyebrows sometimes and I think what did we do to achieve this? Is this a combination of Botox? Is this Botox wig tape? Is this shaved eyebrows painted on insane brows? What
It's like the way her hair is too. It like covers the tail, so like they go just straight up. Like you can't really like see. So she looks really agitated most of the time.
Full divine.
Full divine. It's that, very
Yeah.
that. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Shave your hairline across and draw your eyebrows up as far as I possibly could.
Yes, to
But
the
she
heavens.
does give that like Grinch menacing look.
The higher the eyebrows, the closer to God.
I'm looking and they look like they're painted on, Liz.
I feel like they are both.
Like I'm looking from a side angle and it doesn't look like they're even like coming off of her face.
But recently, when I was getting some injections done, I saw a sign at the place saying about how there's like certain bad injections you can have done. They're like, or you could end up looking like Dr. Spock. And I feel like that's Danielle. That's very Dr. Spock eyebrows.
That is very Dr. Spock. And that would make sense considering that she was like all gung ho getting her lips injected at like a party in front of everybody too. So
It's like a Vulcan landed in Whoville.
yes,
That's it. That's
she
it.
does have a wild like side head vein that intersects with her eyebrows. Now she looks insane now.
I was born with this crazy blue vein across my nose that definitely the camera will not pick up. But let me tell you that sometimes that blue vein is throbbing so hard that people tell me I have something on my face. They're like, you've got something here. I think a bit of ink or stencil. I'm like, nope, thanks though.
She
That's
just
a
has
rage
so much
face.
filler in her face now.
When I was,
It's very filled.
It's
Yes.
so tight.
yes, I also
When
have
she
a lot of
first
filler in
came
my
back,
face right now.
she looked kind of spooky. But... What'd you say?
I said I also have a lot of filler in my face right now.
Scarlett, is that you?
Oh wow, we have a Drag Race Canada girly here tonight.
I seriously have season 2 face. Yeah. Y'all don't know, but
All Stars lips.
yes,
All
the
Stars
new.
lips. Love that, Chris.
I don't have
Well,
any
other
more.
than that, I didn't really have any other exciting notes about that comments or anything. It was just really nice to get all the camera angles and the story behind it type of thing.
Yes, absolutely.
I agree.
Well, I feel like tonight of all nights, we've had great flow, and we are exactly at the time to do some rose and thorns. And I don't have a rose and
Yep.
thorn, so I got to think of them. So you guys go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I have 3 roses. Candace using the term rusty ass bitch was definitely a rose for me. Lexi saying that she wanted to stay and watch the fight and like laughing and smiling. I was like, yes, Lexi, get it. And then also Caroline laughing at the table flip, like after the table had flipped, and Caroline is like sitting there like trying to like contain her laughter, but is like almost in hysterics laughing at how absurd it is. And my thorn was Monique trying to give out flyers for her podcast.
Oh my God.
One of my roses was Milani, Monique's daughter, kind of like dragging her parents the whole episode by saying that her mom's tired, so she has a podcast, and then that her dad was shitting. Her dad was shitting, made me laugh so much. I didn't really have a thorn this week. I kind of just was like loving everything. And yeah, I just love it.
My rose was the embezzled comment. I just thought that was like such a funny moment. Like they just really cut up, and it was like, I love that between like Robin and Giselle, it was like obviously just like friend made banter
about it.
Yeah. If I had a thorn, it would probably be on Cheshire, because everyone's, or what's her name? Hannah's being like a fucking
she's
bitch about this like list. She's like, oh, are you a stripper? Like she's being fucking like really gross to her. So
what are you on about?
Yeah, she's like, she's like, I used to be a dancer. She's like, oh, what kind of dancer? Like it's just very like, and as soon as she was like stripper, she was like gross. Like she just like doesn't like her.
Oh,
so Hannah, you're a piece of shit.
Hannah sucks.
Yeah, when Hannah first came on the scene, I liked her, but the second Dawn turned on her, I was like, I hate you too.
Yeah.
She's like, I wouldn't want my baby to be a stripper. Or like whatever. They like get into this whole thing. I'm like, oh, fuck's sakes.
Is it me now?
Yeah, what do you got?
What do you got for us?
Well,
Mama?
first I'll read Thick Necks. He says Rose was Karen making Wendy laugh with her snake dance, and Thorn was Giselle immediately trying to start shit between Wendy and Karen when she saw Wendy next. So
right, like
I thought
Wendy
Karen
was
was
like,
smarter.
"Are you going to tell Karen this?" And she said no, and she immediately, it was the first words out of her mouth when she saw her.
Yeah. My rose this week, I'm actually going to piggyback on Thick Neck Baby and like second that up. I'm going to upvote Karen making Wendy laugh with her snake dance, because it is like true shade, I feel like, when you're going back and forth with these reads, and then it turns into laughing, and it turns into like, oh, you got me, gal, like your shade is funnier than mine. So I really loved that, and I have to include that Candy's ass next week is also a thorn. The preview, the thought of it coming up, perfect. And I don't have any thorns.
What?
No thorns.
I wonder what this like sexy little dungeon party is gonna be about.
Yeah, I know. Erin says
I don't
that
think I saw the preview.
her rose and thorn was Giselle being messy, because I find her so annoying, but it's great for the show.
But it's great for the show.
Agreed.
It is. Agreed. I agree.
That's the point,
Yolanda.
Yes. And okay, my thorn is nothing to do with Bravo. My thorn this week is anybody acting too excited about Biden and Kamala and not keeping up the same energy, and assuming that because we have the Cheeto out of the White House that everything's gonna go back to normal. So everybody keep your energy up. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Don't celebrate a cop on your platform too much. And
Yeah.
That.
ACAB.
ACAB, exactly.
ACAB.
All right. Well,
Cool.
Is that?
That's that on
That's
that.
that on that.
All right. So next week we come back. We're watching Salt Lake City.
Yes.
We're watching OC.
Lord, watch
on you.
I'm
Spin
sleep.
around. Come on,
I'm
leopard.
sleep.
Come
I'm
on, what's that?
sleep.
Leopard,
I'm
chia,
sleep.
chia pet.
Watching go see.
When does Salt Lake City start?
I think the 11th.
Yeah.
Oh, Wednesday. Okay.
And we're actually going to watch that one.
And
Yeah.
when we come back next week, it's Kyle's game, and I will have a vote of which Celebrity Big Brother UK series we're going to get into as a group.
I love it.
Yay!
Sexy and cute.
Okay, bye
Have
everybody.
a great week, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.